I don't know who's around. Hello. Send it over to chat to see. I've got the Irish in my ears. Someone just sent me something about the Irish. Hello. Good morning to you. Claire is here. Good morning and hello. Hello and good morning. Hello. Pretty sure you're Joe. I got the Irish in my ears. I'm not giving up tea for Lent. I give up sugar when I was young. I don't drink. I never use drugs. I'm not giving up tea for Lent. Hello, Joe. What do you know? I'm not completely sure where this thing is focusing. This way a little bit. Oh no, the thank you sign is off. There we go. Oh, it's fun. I cannot imagine why that might be. I've never known another Irish in my life. Not my grandmother, not any of her kin. It's not like she was born in Ireland or anything. County Clare at that. That would have been terrible. Always a little bit of a delay here. Look, that's my hands come up a full 7 seconds after I actually moved them. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, everyone. How are you feeling, Joe? Oh, it's not exactly like a resounding, I'm healed. My phone, she slid away for a minute. In 20 minutes, I will take me vitamins. I hope they make you feel better. Bigashe Migoren. How are things in Glockamoren? How are things in Glockamora? I have no voice because I've been losing it from laryngitis. I'm going to sit here and shuffle some jazz babies. Are you, do you mean an albuterol inhaler? Is that what you're talking about? Is it fun because you hold your breath and you get a little bit of a head rush when you have your first breath holdy inhale? Is it an albuterol inhaler is the first question. It's menthol? 2-in-1 refreshing and aroma oil stick. 2-in-1 refreshing and aroma oil stick. Okay, so this is, I don't know what that is. So it's not, is it a standard asthma inhaler over there? Is that what people use for asthma, or is this to clear congestion from illness? Succalyptus. They want you to have this sucking this lip. Succalyptus. Yes. Succalyptus and eucalyptus, they both sound great. Yes, you should be terribly ashamed that you're tired and not been feeling great and you mistyped. Oh no, there was a typing error. I don't think you'll ever be able to live it down. And peppermint. Yeah, see, this sounds like, I don't know, mostly essential oils. I cannot be arsed to fix it. It can't be arsed. Yeah, I think it must have come from the Ayurvedic section, or at least the homeopathic section. If you guys have an Ayurvedic section in the market, do they have Kanza ones there? Alas, alack. They should sell kinds of wands there. It's very weird. No matter how I shuffle, when I separate this deck, I almost always see the Ten of Swords at some point in the shuffle. I see a lot of cards, but I almost always see the Ten of Swords. Cosmetics. um, Fancy, I guess. Most Ayurvedic, it would be like, you don't need cosmetics, like the genuine Ayurvedic medicine people. It would be like, you need to get through life with some essential oils and some healthy salt. The end of a long battle is what it can mean. Shoes with magnets in them. Well, that's not too cosmetic. That's just, I'd still consider that health oriented. Hello to whomever else is in here. Happy Sunday to you. Love and light. We're talking about the Ayurvedic section at Joe's supermarket, or one of the supermarkets near to Joe. Copper bracelets. Oh, yes. My dad has sworn by the copper bracelets for arthritis and other similar issues my entire life, which means any elder person in my family, any elder relative, always had a bunch of copper bracelets from him. And most of them wore them because they made such a big difference. Good morning, Nook. I thought it might be you because you are one of the beautiful early riser, greet the day, rise when the sun rises kind of gals. Although I guess you are, I don't know if you're an hour ahead or 2 hours ahead of me right now. I think it's an hour. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Oh no, I'm sorry. You didn't sound too coldish when we spoke earlier this week. Was that Thursday? I think that was Thursday. Oh, you got it for the baby. I get it. I'm slow on the uptake. Sorry. I'm sorry they hurt. How's the baby though? Is he over it? Like, is it going to be a short one? Happened yesterday. Yeah. All that loving on your little guy. I know all mamas would say it was worth it, but I'm still sorry. Oh, I used to take elderberry when I was little for colds. It worked pretty well too, actually. The two primary, really early childhood medications for were elderberry, different compounds, sort of basically like a little cough syrup type deal, and then blackberry balsam, which was for tummy upsets. Have you guys gotten to sleep well? Yeah. Joe has been doing what tea have you been doing, Joe? You know everyone else, yes, so I'm sorry. I'm glad they're sleeping at least. You don't have that stressor, that particular stressor anyway. But yeah, Joe is a tea guy as well, and he is still fighting corona. But what tea have you been having, Joe? Mostly ginger. Nook knows a fair amount about homeopathy. It runs in her family to know about it. And I'm sure she knows a lot about Ayurvedic meds too. We were talking about that as you came in, Nook. It was like, oh my goodness, she's the perfect lady to add to this conversation. Hello to whomever else has come into the room. Happy Sunday to you. Wait, are you saying it's straight ginger powder and tea leaves or what? That does make sense. The lemon would, the acidic nature would maybe take some of the ginger spike. I bet you the grocery delivery would be able to bring you ginger lemon. Or actually, you have such a good partner there that she probably would bring it to you also. What tea are you going to do, Nook, since you're getting ready for it? I wonder what it is that we call fever grass here. Every day I'm shuffling. Brum, 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 brum. Oats trust experiment. Ooh, rose. I mean, rose sounds like it smells delicious, but I'm not certain. I'm not certain what it does internally. I understand rose on an external level in terms of salves and stuff. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe we all should be trying the rose. Um, I'm big. I'm big on the hips of the rose, and the lips of the petals, the oils, right? But I have not ever had much internally, so that's interesting. Well, that's good. I mean, I have a couple of blood pressure disorders related to dysautonomia and POTS and stuff. That might be smart. Joe, do you guys have rose tea there? Just been trying out different times of day to stream and just see what folks are around. Sometimes there's a lot of folks, sometimes there's not. I'll tell you, my cards have never been more shuffled. Oh, well, welcome back. I thought you got quiet for a second. You are back. I can see you, Joe. You're talking about rose tea, Nook, talking about how it's great for heart and blood pressure. And I had asked if, I know you do jasmine tea, but I asked if rose tea was big there in the Caribbean. Do you make little like homeopathic tinctures and blends for your babies, Nook? Yeah, you see, it's popular in the Caribbean as well. I don't think it's very common around my part of the States because if it was, my mother would be all about that. She loves everything. Interesting. What kind of taste did that lend to the tea? That's good for congestion, but some people also use it for fever. Did he have a temp? Oh, I hope it's gotten better, his temperature. Has older bro or any step sibbies, has anybody else gotten sick? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, I'm going to shuffle and then do oracles if I have a window too. Yeah, we have nettle. We have nettle tea here in the States. They are better just to hold the cough. And now I'm sick. Yeah, yeah. We didn't even. We were so locked into other stuff during your read. We didn't even get to talk about that jackwagon. How many hours are you doing a day for him? Holy hellfire, and your check was late? I don't know about that. I mean, it's so great that you found something work from home that many hours. That's impressive, but so wait, are you doing those 55 hours in 5 days, or is it spread through all the 7? Lord, mama, yeah, you need a day off at least once a week to recoup. Isn't it stuff that you can do, like, could you set up house in the bed? Like, is it phone calls and basically, like, invoices or something? I don't know what's worse, in my opinion, that you don't get a day off, or that, because if you worked 5 days, you'd be doing 11-hour days, which seems nuts. I'm sorry. Hmm. I was just playing with this deck. I was talking to you, so I decided to just see, like, what work would look like for you. And, like, the first 3 cards are not the bestest, right? You read tarot, so I'll just tell you the 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. But then you get the Judgment card, and following that, the Ace of Wands and the World. So, basically, it looks like, it's gonna suck, kinda like you think, maybe not as badly as you think, but kinda like you think, until you make a decision to either handle him a different way or structure your work a different way. But when you do, that'll be like a brilliant idea. The idea will come, I think, soon, about, hey, here's another way I can restructure this, still get my work done, and not feel as bad. And then the world comes after that. So whatever idea you're going to have, it's going to be a good one about separating. I'm going to ask for clarifiers just because I can. Give us any idea. Beneficial change would be. I'm curious, just looking at these cards, if you think I know he seems to be sort of a grouchy, emotional guy. Is he somebody that you can sweet talk? I don't mean like with fake kind of nonsense, but I mean if you took a slightly softer approach, like I know playing in on your feminine voice, vocal tones and stuff like that, do you think he'd ease up? I wouldn't think about that at all, but the cards are sort of yeah, definitely seems to be that there's some magic way to talk to him that you're going to figure out at some point, and he's going to fall for it. I don't mean fall for it like romantically. I mean it'll make him soften and be slightly easier to cope with. Can you tell me why that'll be the case? I found that's what just popped up in the cards, though, is that it's some tone that you'll figure out from talking to her that you can just sort of not be too obvious about, but you can apply to your tone or something. I don't know what to tell you, but that's what's here. Um, and he won't catch on right away, and it'll like trip a trigger. Like I'm not. It doesn't say like, "Hey, work is going to be heaven," right? But it does say, um, it does say it will improve significantly when you figure out this way to talk to him. Well, what work does she do there that she could have that opinion? Yes, I sort of already knew that. Get a support card for this card right here, please. Fascinating how emotional he is. Well, yeah. I mean, you're going to take up some of it, especially if he has you working 55 hours a week. You're going to have to get feedback from him at some point. I bet she's a little more anxious about the whole beautiful younger woman thing too. Whether she should be or not, I don't think she should be, but I'm sure that that's a factor. It just flew across there. Yeah, they're definitely recommending that you find a way to make nice with her. Of course he's not your type, and even if he were, you're a professional. But I just mean, it's interesting once you find a she might like candles, lady. I wonder if you should send her over, like, a candle, like a little but send it to her, not him, right? A little candle gift set that you made and tell her you're so grateful for her support. I literally have 2 women on these new cards that popped up. They're making friends. There's literally a table with jars with different colors of wax and different, like, herbs in them, and the younger woman is bringing the older woman over to the table and letting her choose one. First of all, congratulations, that's awesome. But yeah, make sure like, you can't send them to the boss and expect him to give them to her. He won't handle it right, and it will wind up being confused. But if you talk to her directly or send them to her or drop them off for her directly and just tell her how grateful you are to have this job for your kids and your, you know, hubby, you're all grateful basically. It's interesting, it says you could get her on your side quicker than you think. I get it that she's pretty cranky, but I mean, so is he. They're a pair, huh? They're a matched they are a matched set. What, what's I almost said flavors. What scent, multiple, what scent did the install man choose? Yeah, well, I don't know he probably does not give you a fair assessment of her at all. I don't want to roll over on my own astrological sign, but I'm getting like Cancerian vibes from him, like moody bitch man vibes. Lavender and vanilla, yum, eucalyptus and spearmint. That's awesome. But do you have an address for them that you could just send it addressed to her and literally call, like, since they're your candles, you literally could call, like, label one gratitude and the other one her name. I'm just telling you. Then you'd have someone there batting for you. Not exactly a big company where you can go through HR to handle your dispute. I think I've probably asked this before because I'm completely obsessed, but I forgot. Do you have lilac? Me too. Like obsessively. I think it's my favorite smell. Pacifica, which you probably know because you're very aware of healthier choices and sustainable brands and stuff. They have a really wonderful French, they call it French lilac, but pretty much it's just straight up lilac. And it's wonderful. You can get it in the little rollerball version for less than $10 and it lasts a long time. They have it in the little sort of waxy, creamy, metallic tins of scent as well. And then, of course, a perfume bottle. But how have things been in your home adult wise this weekend? Well, that's good. Very good. Joe, I'm just checking in. Are you okay? Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I mean, and you still have the right to be on guard too. But oh, that's nice. I'm so glad he was sweet because it makes me happy for you. It makes me happy for the kiddos also. Did you guys end up getting to go out? I'm glad you're good, Joe. Oh, it says I'm okay. There it is. It said I was loading or something. I'm glad you're good, Joe. And then I don't know if what I said made its way out there, but I was just asking Nook if you guys got to go out or if the cold got in the way. How's your temperature, Joe? So the back shuffles and I stayed in. Oh, that's so good. I'm really glad. Very glad for you. Make everybody happy. The kids, the mama. I think he has I think he has a good feeling for that, but I could be wrong. My child's pretty excited about the potential of playing Roblox with yours. I told him probably would be wise for us all to try and make a date for that, like spring break weekish around then, because that lands at least somewhat similarly from almost all schools. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that sound was outside. It was like a truck hitting a stop sign. Somebody fell out of chat. It is Sunday morning. Yeah, it was you. Welcome back. Skydiving from the chat. All the way from the eastern coast of the United States, we have Nook. Evil Knievel style. Sent me the cutest video filmed. I don't know. I'm gonna guess in some point in the 80s in Ireland, where people are talking about what they give up for Lent in the cute little Irish accents. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. He is here, the boy. My brain just thought all backwards. It was like, well, maybe it's slow on Sunday morning because people are being in church. But then it was like, I don't think too many of the church people also use the tarot. Maybe a few, but not that many. Everything that's right behind on my chest. I think this is turning into card ASMR, which is fine by me. ASMC. ASMRC, I guess. Card. for these little babies. I don't know if you're still here, the Nook. I think you left, but at some point in the future, I would love to know more about your family legacy of like homeopathy and natural healing. I think you said it was your grandmother, but oh, there you are. Okay. Um, but I think it would be really interesting to learn and hear more about the different methodologies passed down through your family and how they, made their choices. I have a father very into homeopathy and using pendulums pretty much exclusively for vitamins, supplements, and so that would be cool to know. Joe, his maternal grandmother in their village was a midwife for, I mean, decades and decades. So it's really cool, the family home, that he and his brother inherited. There were so many children born there. Grandmother and godmother both used a lot of natural medicine. The grandmother was also caregiver to the elderly. See, that's awesome. What part of what was their heritage? Like, were they from a certain part of the States, or were they more from other countries wherein they learned some of that stuff? Oh yeah, food is medicine, or preventative nutrition, I bet. I think it's lovely that they work together, your godmother and your grandmother, or collaborated rather. German, French, Hungarian. Your mamacita wasn't into it. Like, did she get the gifts but not want them, or do you think she just didn't um, land for her? Or I guess it could be on your father's side. You shouldn't have assumed. Keeps falling out of this. I'm shuffling it. Garnet, jade, turquoise. These are definitely from the throat chakra. And sodalite. No interest. Yeah. There's so many, growing up, people never think their parents are cool. And a lot of us think our grandparents are the bee's knees, like we look forward to them being around so much. So it makes sense that some things probably do genetically skip a generation, but then a lot of things are literally just because people don't want to listen directly to their parents. but we don't mind hearing our grandparents' message. What about your bro? Does he have some of the inheritance? For these bad Amandas. German, French, I guess when I post this video, I could just label it as like ASMR, like card shuffling and casual chat. It's just fine by me. Hello to whomever just came in. I don't know if it's Joe returning or if it's Sam Fish, but hello, happy Sunday. I wish when I'm sitting here quietly that I could play music, but the whole royalty thing is a challenge. I'll shuffle that last one very often because it's sort of a challenge. Here come the boy, oh boy, welcome here, he is the boy. Ooh, these are too stiff too. That was an uncomfortable sounding shuffle. Okay. Let's do this. Hey Joe, can you remind me, is your Chinese zodiac the rabbit? I'm going to finish my shuffling, and I'm going to pull a couple of cards for each of the Chinese zodiac signs, and then I'm going to give in on this timetable. There's no one needing readings in this time frame of the day, and I understand that. I just thought I would check. I'm trying all different times of day to see if I can meet new people and see some of my favorites, like Nook, who is the morning lady. So I'll continue to do some mornings because I like seeing our morning friends as well. Okay, one more oracle deck to go. So these oracles, uno mas, por favor, uno mas round. The angels are here too, but I think they need to be shuffled. I have to be consuming it. How long sitting here having chronic pain problems? And I should have at least had the caffeine that helps. ASM RAR. ASM RAR. Okay, let's get the Chinese oracle. Okay, thank you to anyone that ever views this video. I will put timestamps in the bottom bar because it's been quiet for a long time. I understand why. It's fine with me. Today's stones we have here, we have Angel Aura Quartz. We have one of my favorite pieces of blue-green fluorite. We have an orange selenite sphere, and then a very beautiful labradorite unicorn. I think it's weird I've never named him. I name everything, but it's a very beautiful labradorite unicorn, angel aura quartz, blue-green fluorite, and then our friend selenite, which is so, it's so pretty, and the orange, tone adds such an interesting element to the way it vibrates. Oop, Angel Aura Quartz says, "I'm falling overboard." Okay, beautiful stones, come back this direction, please, and thank you. Come over here and take a little nappy. Sleepy time for the Angel Aura Quartz. And this beautiful, handsome guy is gonna go too. Gallop on over. Yay! Light some candles here. We light these candles. We ask for spirit to come and help with this general read of the Chinese zodiac. Thank you for letting us try this today to see if people were around to get readings. It's a weird time on a Sunday. I understand that. Give us fun, clear messages that are brief and enjoyable for our zodiac sign. Do this. Have some concerns about flight. Okay, I'm going to use my Palo Barberi Chinese Oracle deck. Well, I'm going to select the Chinese zodiac sign and pull just a couple of cards for that sign for today. Shuffle, shuffle. Let's see who comes out. I think we're going to aim to do 3 Chinese zodiac signs today, and then we'll do more of the signs in the future when we have quiet airspace, as I suspect will happen as we are growing to meet new friends. And we got Rooster. Years of the rooster that are listed in this book are 1957, 1969, 1981, 1993, 2005, and 2017. Of course, it's every 12 years. So before 1957 would be 1945, or 1945 would be 1933. So here's a little of what it says about the rooster. The keywords are responsible, diligent, punctual, loving to be, concerned, and good at communication. Here's the description. With the crowing of the rooster, the sun rises slowly, and the golden morning glow spreads over the rooster and the fairy, which become their most glorious clothes. Every day they wait for this moment with full pride, as though it was their mission. So that's nice that it starts with the rising of the sun, because it's early-ish in the daytime. So let's see. For the rooster, our sunny friend will pull 3 cards, please, Spirit. We're going to pull 3 cards, please, from the Good Karma Tarot deck by Carrie Ward. Please have 3 cards for our friends that are the Year of the Rooster, Friends of the Rising Sun. 1, 2, 3. See what we got, Roosters. Okay. Ace of Coins, the Devil, and the Moon. Well, Roosters. Ace of Coins reverse, new money energy in reverse, right? Or new abundant energy in reverse. The Devil in reverse, and the Moon. So here's your Ace of Coins in reverse. Here's your Devil. Upside down. Here's your Moon right side up. I would say that this is talking probably a little bit about finances or some other type of abundance. And while, of course, people can read the Devil one way or the other, I would personally, what this reading is telling you is you're not having a new flow of abundance because you've gotten so cautious with taking risks, either financially or creatively, that even things that spark your interest, you're afraid and sort of perceive them as temptation rather than creative spark. Not all things that come out of the blue that you sort of long for have to be negative things. And sometimes by not allowing our interest to flow where it needs to, we hold up our own abundance. And so, yeah, this seems to be just saying, hey, Rooster, it's okay every once in a while to splurge on yourself, splurge emotionally, right? Not necessarily monetarily. You can take a little risk on yourself. You're cautious enough at this time that you don't need to be too concerned. You're already so careful, so you're not going to let yourself get completely carried away. And you also don't have to keep everything so secret. Of course, if you're a private person, you know, respect yourself, but there are loved ones close enough to you that you could share your interests with and not have to hide your interests in yourself, whether that is purchasing something or splurging in another way on some project you want to do or try, some new place you want to visit, something new that you really want to, but you are too tight with yourself and won't give to yourself. And there are a few times you do, you just keep that locked down like it's something to be ashamed of. There are people in your life that want to hear your secret, um, what you keep as secret desires and wants and needs because they love you and they're not going to judge you and they know that you deserve some little splurge of energy, finance, or love, just like anyone else. So if you're craving a coffee, get the coffee. If you want to take 45 minutes to an hour and curl up and read a book and you feel like it's a waste of time, it's not. The impulses that we have a lot of times are one of two things. It's either our inner selves, talking to us about how to best care for ourselves, or it's the divine talking to us about how to best care for ourselves. And in either case, the message seems to be you are allowed to love yourself. You are allowed to splurge on yourself from time to time. And you don't have to be so worried because you're already so cautious. You're not going to get out of control if you start just one little sort of habit or hobby, or scheduling in some little time for yourself. If you start doing that, it's not going to turn into a wildfire of spending or time wasting. You wouldn't allow that to happen. But they're saying, please be flexible and allow yourself a little bit of luxury, a little bit of free time, and a little bit of self love. They love you, Rooster, and so do I. Cock-a-doodle doo. See who is next. Whoop. It is dog. I live with a very nice dog. I mean, I live with many canines that I love that are very nice as well. But year of the dog, I live with a very nice year of the dog person. Year of the dog, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, 2018. And then, of course, because they start at a certain point, 1946 and 1933 would be some other recent dog years. Dog keywords are loyal, cooperative, dedicated, persistent, friendly. And the description is regardless of how day and night alternate, how time passes by, the dog always stands behind the fairy as an accompany and a backer of the fairy forever. So they're saying the dog is loyal, faithful, and kind, which is true. Okay, so I know what deck I want to use. I want to use also the Playful Heart deck for our Years of the Dogs. Spirit, can we please have 3 cards for our friends from the Year of the Dog, just to give them a nice little message today. Please and thank you. Please have one more for our friends in the Year of the Dog. Let's see what we're going to get, doggo. Okay, we got 8 of Cups. Embrace your inner child. And the Wheel of Fortune. Here you go, dog. Eight of Cups. Embrace your inner child. Wheel of Fortune. To clarify the Eight of Cups really quickly here. This is a sweet deck, but it draws a little bit differently. Well, it's just take care of yourself morning, but that makes sense. It's Sunday morning, right? People need to take care of themselves. So, um, this reading overall is saying, um, once again, actually, it's saying, hey, doggo, um, you don't need to take so many risks with your well being. You don't need to push yourself to the point where you don't feel safe just because you're caring for other people and trying to respect their needs and wants doesn't mean stop taking care of yours, especially your need to feel relaxed and secure. Looks like you have been more concerned about the relaxation and security of others, and that is very lovely. But they're recommending that you take some time to, if you don't know, like if you don't know what's making you, if you're not feeling insecure or anything like that, maybe it's just time to reevaluate, like, what have I done lately to make myself feel comfortable? This is about comfort, whether it's about maybe about physically comforting yourself, emotionally comforting yourself, whether that's a wonderful bath or um, meditation or a nap or a good book, right? They're saying, doggo, nurture thyself. And then, in a childlike way. So if you take a wonderful bath, use a fun bath bomb, have a bath toy, use some bath crayons. If you're reading a book, don't be so serious, right? Find something that brings back childlike joy and experience that. Curl up on the couch and watch cartoons. Something that just brings out your sense of play. Love yourself through play. And don't worry about things for the rest of today. The world is going to keep on turning. Things are all going to land the way they're supposed to land. You can play and relax and not have to worry so much about what's going to happen next. Um, it's an interesting message for a dog because I think a lot of dogs are pretty good at that, but they are very loyal and they do worry about their pack and their people before themselves. So this is saying, hey, dog, take a nap in the sun. If your person's doing something, of course, check on them, then go back to your nap. Don't worry so much. Everyone's going to be okay for a little window of time where you can just take care of dog. You're very sweet, doggo. You're very sweet. Okay, let's see who our third friend is. The third Chinese zodiac friend. I think it's self-care Sunday is what it seems like so far. Okay, dragon. Here's the Year of the Dragon card. Dragon. Okay, from here for you, dragon. Can you please have 3 recommendation cards for dragon? Spirit. Nice casual message. The other two have been relax, love yourself. Well, roosters was splurge on yourself. You're allowed to splurge. And doggos was take care of yourself, do a little self care, and make it playful. And don't worry about guarding the pack just for a little while. Okay, dragon, dragon, Queen of Cups, Sun and River, King of Pentacles. Let me show you your cards here. Here's the Queen of Cups. Here's the Sun, though she be upside down. Doesn't she look like Taylor Swift? I always think of that every time I see this card. I think someone was inspired by Taylor Swift when they drew this. And the King of Pentacles. Okay. So they're saying, Dragon, that um, man, have you been not only incredibly inspired creatively lately, and diving into some projects that you absolutely love, whether that's just on the, whether you're just on the, um, I don't know, thinking about it, mentally planning phase or not. You've spent a lot of time and energy um, coming up with some great, very well thought out, pretty ready to go creative ventures. And that on top of that, I think it's probably beyond just the contemplation phase. I think to me, it looks like you've been working on some creative project or other because it's showing that you really are. They always say jack of all trades, master of none, but you're starting to look like sort of a master of many trades. Um, you've got yourself together internally in terms of not only how you want to express yourself in this project, but you feel very secure about it, which is a lovely thing. And you are like being a really reliable companion to whomever you're working with and kind and generous. Um, I think they're warning you though, don't get too burnt out because you're right. You're riding this really great wave. You're in a wonderful place. And when we hit that place, we tend to get really excited and push more and spend more time and sharpen our focus. And then some of our self care aspects go out the window. And so I think it's sort of a don't burn out warming. And the other two, one was guilty. The roosters were guilty about spending on themselves or giving to themselves at all. And the dogs um, were sort of similar in the sense that um, they always look to their pack first. And you are in the same boat in the sense that it is largely your creative vision, but with your collaborators, you're being very generous and giving of your time and ideas and energy. And you don't want to let them down, but there's going to be some burnout if you don't slow down a little bit, or like Rooster and Dog Dragon. It seems like this is again, the theme has been self-care Sunday. Um, so in your case, though, it seems to be a more practical need for good food and nourishment, good hydration, staying on top of whatever your normal health protocols are, medications, vitamins, that kind of thing, and then sleep, good quality sleep for 8 hours. And, you're on a creative roll. It's not going to harm you to take a rest. Matter of fact, it will recharge batteries and you'll be even better for those collaborators that you love to care for so well. Lots of people loving other people um, extensively, which is a lovely, lovely thing to see. It's a lovely thing to see that everybody is feeling like giving, but it's sad a little bit to see that everybody's doing it at their own detriment. Now, in my case, this would be the pot calling the kettle black because I have always been that way. So I'm not coming at you from a judgmental place, um, rooster, doggo, and dragon, because I have a long history, a really, really, really long history with burning the candle at both ends and um, serving others way before I serve myself and that kind of stuff. Now, I've gotten way better at that in the last couple of years with the help of my life partners. That's a big deal, is having people in your very most innermost circle that you can trust and that are willing to give as much as they take. And that's a huge blessing. If you have that, if you don't have that yet, that's fine. You can do that for yourself. And we all have. But I'm just saying, I think what I'm doing is saying thank you to my life partners, all of them, because they give me space and time to do the things that I love and to do the things that I need to survive. Um, and I appreciate that. And I wish for all three of you, Rooster, Dog, and Dragon, that you will listen to Spirit's recommendation to splurge, play, and rest, right? Respectively, splurge, Rooster, play, Doggy, and rest, Dragon. I'm going to go ahead and kill this live. It's been going a long time. Um, very quietly, signed by me. It's going to be sort of ASMR shuffling thing with light chatter. I'm really grateful to the people that have stopped by. Joe and the Nook were our primary chatters, and I'm very always happy to see both of them at all times. So thank you guys for being here. I love you. I'm probably going to try and stream at a different time. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm so grateful to know all the people that I do know in chat, but I'm trying to figure out a new way to meet new people and bring more people into our group because we just have a lot of fun and a lot of wonderful people are around us. And it would be worth hanging out with us and giving it a little try and see if it's for you, if you bump into a future live stream, because the people that come to my streams are what make the streams worth attending. They're fantastic humans, and I'm so grateful for them. Okay, I'll put in the timestamps. Please fast forward if you want to see the readings for the three Chinese zodiac, and we'll be just doing this when we have quiet streams from now on. I'm going to try and learn to kill the stream before it goes quite as long as it has this morning. But you live and you learn and you try. Love and light until I see everyone again. Be well.